Did I say anything racist this time?
You better get out of here, honky.
And now for something completely different.
I got moves, man.
Well, two honks and Kim just messing around. You'll never know what they talk about on two honks. Two honks and Kevin. You might hear something about the NBA. Maybe they'll just make your day on two honks and Kevin. It's sports and life and family too. Let's all listen to two honks and a Kevin. Yeehaw!
All right, now that Blake has emptied his bowels, we can get this on. It,
My bowels.
you just crapped your pants.
Sorry. I missed that.
So it is July 7th, 2021. Yeah, so time's flying by. It's already past 4th of July. Christmas in July and all that.
Yeah, man.
Over halfway through 2021.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, and Kevin and I are on vacation next week.
Nice.
You're on vacation too?
I am
Right on.
Oh, sweet. Where are you going?
going to our
Oh, with us.
to
He's
the.
honorary Johnson.
Didn't you know I'm going with the Johnson family?
That's for Rich.
Rich got adopted in. Oh my God, I would love to see a vacation
Richard
with you
is-
and Amy and Kevin.
Richard is invited to the barbecue.
That's right.
There you go.
Oh, and I got cut out, huh? Is
There
it
you go.
because of all my racist comments on here? I mean, come on, bro. I thought we were boys.
Because when you sing
Remember
along,
when we canceled you?
I know where Richard was going.
That's awesome.
He said, when you sing along.
Right. You don't play the edited version.
No, bro. There's no edited versions in rap. There's no lyrics. It's just a bunch of beep. It's just a bunch of bleeps. That's what I don't know if you. I used to always say that joke about a DMX song. If you listen to the edited version, it's just a bunch of beeps and a bunch of barking.
yeah,
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, man. That boy lets him fly.
so
Rest in peace.
rip.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know how if we're just gonna skip the show next week, or I don't know, Blake, what your plans were Saturday. If we're gonna try and do a show at your place and we can
Oh
upload.
man.
I don't know. I don't even know what time to show up yet. So I just told my wife I'm going somewhere Saturday night. So
Sweet. Well, so yeah, I was talking to my wife last night. I was like, I don't really know what's going on Saturday, and she basically just said, invite your fight friends and don't worry about anything else. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, well, I'm probably going to invite more than just like fight friends. You know what I'm saying? So I started it's been a weird thing, honestly, because I have been, wanting to have a bash or whatever. I just like getting my friends together. But I don't want to say, hey, I'm having a birthday party. Come hang out with me. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, so, at least the fights gives me a reason to try to get everyone together. But
we just say, come hang out for my birthday. I mean, it's not. No,
yeah, I know.
That's,
Yeah. Is that normal?
I feel like how you feel though. Like, I feel like you don't want to invite anybody because it's not your duty to. If you guys don't know, Blake is turning the big 4-0. What day?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Blake's 40th birthday. 40 years of Blake, man. 4 decades.
Yeah.
It's centered around fights.
Yeah.
I guess you're having a little bash.
Yeah.
Your favorite fighters fighting. So it all links together.
Yeah, it works out good. Yeah, when I saw that fight card was going to be this weekend, I was like, all right, that's my 40th birthday weekend. I just told my wife, I was like, I don't know if you're planning on anything. I was like, just let me just have my buddies over, watch fights, and that'll be fun enough. So like I said, I don't know if she's got anything planned, earlier in the day or what, but hey, that's the plans I have is I'm watching fights Saturday night. So now let me ask you this. We'll segue into this. When it's your birthday, how is your demeanor? Like, are you upbeat and happy? Like, do you feel great because it's your birthday? Or do you have this, like, I tend to get this, like, weird, like, okay, this is the day. Everyone's going to send me messages. And I enjoy it. I'd be sad if no one sent me messages, but then you got to figure out how to reply. And you know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys get kind of weirded out by your birthday day, or do you just take it all in?
Go ahead, Richard. I'll let you go first.
I think the older I get, the weirder it gets. I think as I get older, it's appreciative that people think of you on your birthday.
Right.
And I will tell you, not being on Facebook, I get a lot less happy birthdays.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that. The more you're on social media, the
Yeah.
more
The more.
that's the thing. I mean, people wish me happy birthday. I'm like, I barely even know who you are.
Right.
I appreciate it. I don't want to sound, whatever. It's just, like you said, with social media, it's like you get an overwhelming, which once again, I appreciate it. I mean, it does. Like I said, I would hate to wake up and absolutely nobody, say anything to me. But yeah, I always find like I'm in a weird mood on my birthday because it's, because everybody wants to sing happy birthday to you or call you, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's weird. Like I know. I guess my question was: is everybody else like happy that it's their birthday, or is it just like a okay?
I just go through the motions. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm happy anymore. It's my birthday. It's just like it's just another day, and then it's like I don't know. The older I get, it's just like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna keep plodding on.
Yeah, I made it
right.
another year.
Made it another year, and it's just like I don't know. I don't know, Blake. I mean, like when we have kids, your birthday's less about you and more about your kids, right? Because it's like
Right.
you want your kids to enjoy it just as much. So it's like I get it. I don't really care about the cake, but I get a cake because my kids want the cake.
Right.
It's just like it's all
Yeah.
most of the celebratory things that I do is mainly for the children. 'Cause
Right.
they
The
enjoy that
gifts,
moment.
the gifts that you get are usually for the kids, bought by
I
the wife.
literally bought my son a bike on Father's Day before.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's kind of how things have rolled into. Like it's just like,
Yeah.
oh well, I don't worry about me. We'll just buy him what he needs a bike.
Yeah,
But yes,
yeah.
it's like
Don't
just-
spend the money. Don't spend the money on me. Spend the money on them if they need it.
Right.
right. So it's just I don't know. It's just more non-committal. The older I
Yeah.
get.
Parenting
feel-
will definitely teach you to not be selfish. Go ahead, Kevin.
Oh yeah. I feel like just thinking about it before, I've always been like, well, my daughter's birthday is within 2 days of mine, right? So
Okay.
it kind of takes the shine away from my birthday,
So-
and I don't
yeah.
want the shine. I'm the type of person that doesn't want the shine anyway, so like it's perfect for me. It's just another day. All right, but I will tell you. So one of the best feelings I had here recently was remember when my company at another building they had the shooting, right? And
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
asked, was I okay? So I have a whole different aspect on like kind of life now. Like, hey, this many people reached out to me and cared about me. Like, I'm appreciative of that. So I'm going
Wow.
with the recognition of what you're saying. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should be happy that those people are recognizing. Those people took the time out to
Yeah.
send you a text message when like a lot of times like I don't have time to even text you or talk to you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So I kind of look
Yeah.
at it differently now. I do.
The I will say this: the ones that mean the most are the ones that come through a text message
Yeah.
or a
Yeah.
phone call. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
anytime I see it's one of my friends' birthdays, I will send them a text. So it's
Yeah.
funny because I said I feel weird receiving it, but I do enjoy sending them. Happy birthday, buddy. Appreciate you. Have a good day. Just
Yeah.
like you said, it's good to hear that encouragement. I think to me, part of it is like, yeah, you're only reaching out to me because it's my birthday or because Facebook told you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but like, I mean, I received a text message yesterday from a buddy I hadn't talked to in a while. Hey, dude, how you doing? And I was like, you're a real one. You're
Right,
just checking in. You just seeing what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
Those are the relationships that, mean the most to me or whatever.
Yeah. But like, yeah, somebody took the time, like, and people think it's like, hey, it's just a text. But hey, I'd rather take that just a text that you're acknowledging that I'm here and
Yeah.
it's my birthday, and not only that, it's your 40th birthday. It's like there's a
Yeah,
lot of
no,
people that me, you, and Richard know, and what school we grew up with that didn't make it this far. So like,
I know, dude.
I start to become more appreciative of that as I get older.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
just want to be around.
I actually kind of had this thought when Richard was talking. It's like, in a way, I'm kind of knocking. I'm not really saying I'm knocking, but you really should almost celebrate another year on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Like you really shouldn't. We always say it every day. Don't take it for granted. But it's like on that birthday, hey, you did make it another year on this earth.
Right.
It does represent something, and I do think well, Richard, I can't remember if you said if you felt like 40 hit you harder or not. I don't feel like it did. Like I feel like it's hitting me a little bit harder.
It's usually the day of, and then the following days. For me, it was at least. It's just I don't, and a lot of it is, admittedly, a lot of it is probably self-inflicted. You know what I mean? You know the things you eat, lacking exercise, things like that that I've worked on. But so it's like you hit that age and you're like, things have got to change. You know what I mean? Like I can't just coach like I have been. Like you can in your 20s you can eat whatever you want. Most your 30s you can do whatever you want. But then once you hit, I feel like at least once you hit about 40, it's like, I mean, you kind of pay for your sins, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
At least
it's a lot harder.
I do like the way that Richard reacted to it because it wasn't Richard thinking of himself. It was like he wasn't being selfish. It was like, hey, I want to be around for my kids. I got to do something to change so I can be around for all these moments and stuff like that, and so I can catch up with them running and all that. So yeah, I totally get it.
I literally had that comment actually to myself today because the guys at work were ragging on me because I eat so many salads, and but I literally to myself said, yeah, well, I want to see my kids get old. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be there. I want to try to protect them as much as I can or be there for them. Just like, my parents have been there for me, yada, yada. It's like, that's like, I will eat a nasty salad if I have to 2 or 3 times a week,
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times too, like in terms of what you just said too, but like even if I were to make it to 60, 70, 80 with the same mentality, like my kids would be taking care of me, right?
Yeah,
because they'll be so poor health that I wouldn't be able to do anything on my own. So it'd be totally the opposite of what your intent is.
Right.
To take care of your kids.
Right. You don't want to be a burden.
Yeah. But I mean, I also think that as parents, it's important for us to preach good eating habits. I mean, let's be honest. It's an addiction, man. Food is an addiction. We all love it. We all, you grab chips. You know what chips do for you? Nothing. Like literally nothing. Like there's no nutritional value. It is complete garbage and just extra calories. And that's what people sit down to eat and to snack on maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and then they drink a Coke with it. Like my family kind of, especially my girls, I think they get onto me because I get so health cautious sometimes because, I'm constantly watching all the sugar they're throwing in their bodies, and I'll check the label and be like, hey, you guys realize there's 50 grams of sugar? And then I'll take my coffee beans and I'll grind 50 grams. I'm like, look, this is what you're putting in your body just in this one, not to say I don't do it as well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all do, but it's just more of the, hey, you can have it from time to time. It's just, be careful because it, like I said, it can become an addiction or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. You got, my son and I, we've kind of started having conversations about portion control, and I kind of showed him the other day about, well, actually, talking about chips. He grabbed a can of Pringles, and I was like, look, and I showed him like this is 150 calories, and I showed him the serving size of but it's 15 chips. Like you can only have 15 chips if you're going to have 150 calories.
It's crazy.
So he like today he took a can of Pringles, and I seen him counting them out.
Yeah. and then
only
after
have this many.
Yeah, and then after those 15, he realized that's 2 bites, and then he went back.
Right.
and got more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with our generation, it is a convenience thing though when it comes to food.
Yep.
Like everything that's faster is gonna be what's worse for you, and like you basically have to plan it out. And if you're on the go and stuff like that, you always will divert to eating out or eating the bad thing. I think it's just making the time to prep and get things done. Because I will honestly tell you that I'm a lazy person, and I will I will rather heat up leftovers or something that's ready now than actually make a meal. Like I don't know if you guys are like that,
Oh,
but yeah, I
dude.
want that fast.
Yep.
Really? See, I would if honestly, I can't tell you the last time I've had like a TV dinner like out of the freezer, like warmed up. I mean, you're not talking about that stuff, right?
He's
No,
talking
I'm
about
not. No, hell no.
leftover burgers, brats, or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I'm talking
Okay,
about just leftovers or like if I'm like TV dinners, dude. I haven't had a TV dinner
yeah. Who eats those?
in since
I
like
mean,
Like
the
there's
toothpaste with
80s.
the sodium.
Oh my
dude,
god.
there's some of the mechanics at work that could give two craps about their health. Well, I'll see them open one of them bad boys up, and I'm just like, dude,
It's like
but
it's that mystery meat.
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah,
Salisbury
without
steak.
They
yeah,
make sure to
oh.
microwave it over if it says 3 minutes, they go 2 minutes over. Microwave it
yeah,
5 minutes.
yeah, they have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
crazy. Or a lot of people do like noodles at work, like the ramen noodles and
yeah, that
stuff like
stuff is
that.
just
Yeah,
such. I mean, there's literally no. That's not even food.
yeah,
Like, what
yeah.
is it? You know?
People just want it quick, and like what the convenience is about at my work is like you have an office and you have like a little kitchen space, so it's like if you wanted to do something, you can do it. And we have a couple of grills, so like if you wanted to do it, you have the time to do it. I mean,
Right.
people are just like anybody else. Like I'm not waking up early and getting this stuff ready to go to work.
Yeah. Most people have a 30-minute lunch. I mean, that's what everybody in our office has, right? So if you're a
Hmm.
mechanic, you're not leaving to go to to go grab something and come back. You're warming something up, or you're eating a bologna sandwich, or whatever to get you through the next few hours of the day. So I mean, you're right. It is convenience, but I do feel like there's other. I mean, look, I eat out all the time, and I feel like I'm able to on probably $10 a day, maybe $12 a day. I'm eating decent meals. I mean, I'm eating literally Outback chicken and vegetables. I'll even go to
Hmm.
Famous Dave's, and I'll never get fries. Like if I get pork or whatever, I'll get vegetables with it instead of fries. So I feel like I'm at least getting meat and veggies. So I say that to say that you don't have to eat Wendy's and McDonald's and all that crap all the time. And listen, I don't I even question, am I even eating better? Like I
Hmm.
think going to Panera is healthier than going to, Wendy's. I could be completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just always feel like it's going to be better meat or something. But yeah, Mike. So anyways,
What is this dude doing?
dude,
I don't
I'm
know.
bleeding.
Like,
Sorry, I
Yeah, that's
scratched. Yeah, I scratched my arm and I looked down. And I was like, dang, I'm bleeding.
uh,
So yeah.
Man.
Anyways,
yeah.
first
Injury
injury.
timeout.
Yeah, first injury. Yeah, I'm Kawhi Leonard. I'm about to set the rest of this one out.
But I still think even with that, people think of the mentality of, hey, I'm gonna get to Panera or McAllister's is gonna be a longer wait than if I just go through this Wendy's, McDonald's drive-through.
But even
But
McAllister
it's not.
era, like if you so one of the things that I've learned in this whole being eating better thing is it's all about eating things that will fill you, right? So like you were just talking about chips, right? So the whole goal is low calorie, more filling, right? So like popcorn, broccoli, strawberries, apples, like things like that are more filling than French fries and chips and all that.
Hmm.
And the other
That
thing
makes
is,
sense.
you'd be really surprised about what you eat at like McAllister's is not healthy. Like
Really?
I go to
Even
McAllister's,
salads?
even a salad. I mean, unless you eat it with no dressing, you know.
Right. Yeah, the dressing always kills you.
But
Yeah.
but like I'll usually do the pick two, right? I'll get like a
Hmm.
grilled cheese sandwich, right, and then I'll get something else small like some soup, right?
Right.
I can't get away without eating 800 calories.
Really?
It's
Just in
not
that?
just in that. Like
Yeah.
you'd
Right.
be surprised if you were to actually Blake.
Once
If
you
were to
look.
get like a calorie counting app, Blake, and you were to
Uh-huh.
type in what you're eating at Panera, you'd probably be really amazed about how many calories you're actually intaking because.
Well,
Unless you're just eating straight salad, like if you're eating straight salad from Panera,
yeah.
never. But if you're eating croutons in the salad, then then there's
Then it raises. Isn't
it
it
raises
funny?
it.
Just a crouton. Like a crouton seems like nothing, but it's probably 50 calories and
Well, it's got bread's got sugar in it, right? Like
Yeah.
that's how you make your bread better is you put sugar in it.
yeah.
Right.
So it's this.
So I first of all to kind of to go off of what Kevin said, he said, it's faster just to go through Wendy's. I understand that, but with the apps, it's not. I mean, like I said, dude, I order my food. I literally drive. I pull right up to McAllister's, get out, grab my salad, and then I'm in my car and I'm right back to work in 5 minutes. Like it's so yeah, with a little preparation. I always do look at the calories, especially since you've been kind of talking about it, Richard. I'll just be like, I better start looking at calories. Just curious on how much I put in. And most of the salads are like around 450, 6. Like I try to keep my meals around like 500, 600 calories. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, dude, like I was craving a hamburger so bad today, but I wouldn't do it. I was going to go to Five Guys, but I knew that I'd feel like crap for the rest of the day. Cause I always do. Because I'd have to get the fries. There's no way I'm going and I getting the fries.
You're not getting
And
like Five Guys without 1,000 calories. Like that's
yeah, exactly.
That's
Exactly. Which is okay. Which
yeah,
and
no,
that's
no,
what
it's fine as long as
Yeah.
you plan for it, right? It's like I know,
Exactly.
like yesterday I had Culver's, right, dude. I had a burger, some cheese curds, and a chocolate milkshake.
Dang.
Like I
How
went
much-
to town yesterday.
Hey,
and-
much was
Culver's is a slept on burger, dude. I'm
Yeah.
telling you guys right now.
It's a good burger.
It's
It's a good burger.
it's a good burger.
the
It
deluxe.
is.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
looking at about 1,300 calories right there, right?
Wow.
So like for the rest of the day, but I didn't eat breakfast. So
Okay.
like I had planned that out, right? Because it's like you have to
Right.
you have to. That's why I tell my other friends who are trying to do the same thing is like it's all about planning, right? If you know tomorrow you're going to go to Texas Roadhouse, well, just fast for the day. Like if you can skip breakfast and then
Right. Or just
you
make
know,
a healthy choice.
yeah,
Get a
solid
salad for
lunch,
lunch.
and then for dinner go get your chicken critters or whatever it is you're going to get. So yeah, a lot of planning.
I gotta
With the
have
Texas
plug.
Roadhouse
I
on that
gotta
one, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I love Texas Roadhouse.
It's white
That's
trash,
great.
bro.
It is, man.
No, just kidding.
It is.
Hey, so do you
Got
guys
peanuts
ever
everywhere?
you guys ever hear parents say like, hey, instead of going to fast food, I can just go to Chick-fil-A because it's so much better. Dude, Chick-fil-A still has 1,000 calories in like everything. People just kill me with that. Like,
It's the sauce and the frying and all that. Like people don't understand. Like to get those chicken, even the grilled chicken nuggets, even though they're super healthy for you, for the most part,
Yeah, for calories wise.
they're
yeah.
still a little higher than a calorie count would be if you just had grilled chicken at home. Like
right.
because they got to put it in sauce, and then I can guarantee you're going to get waffle fries.
waffle fries or mac
Yeah.
and cheese. You get that mac
Dude.
and cheese, it's a wrap for you.
Well, my healthy meal at Chick-fil-A is I'll get the grilled chicken nuggets and then I'll get the kale. I'm
The kale
starving.
salad.
Dude, I'm starving.
Why go? Why go?
I know. It's like
no
I
point.
didn't even eat.
There's no point.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's so silly, dude. Look
no
at it. Look
point.
at
You guys
But
got me
it's-
dying.
it's so low calories. You literally just threw a cap.
That's awesome.
Look, if I go someplace, right? If it's my intention to go someplace to spend money, I'm not
Yeah.
grilled chicken and kale. Like there's just
I feel like such a girl every time I eat it too.
no way. Like,
I do all my my
I'm
everyone
next
else
to
is
Blake eating my spicy chicken
Like the-
sandwich and mac and cheese. And
that's
hey,
right.
how's that kale over there, buddy?
I'd say, but I'm telling you, man, like a lot of it has just gotten to the point where it's like I just know how it makes me feel. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just the blah feeling that I don't like, and then I get tired, and then it's just like then I'm not as alert at work or whatever, and so yeah, it really does make a difference, but it's
Yeah.
hard. I love my junk.
I was talking to I had a doctor visit yesterday, kind of just like a checkup to
Mhm.
see how I'm doing and everything. And we
Mhm.
kind of had that conversation because we checked my sugar levels, and I told her I was like, ever since I've been doing this, like I have not had like the afternoon lulls anymore. Like I used
Exactly.
to get up in the morning, I would have a bottle of Frappuccino. I would then for lunch I'd eat like crap, and I told her I said throughout the whole day I don't have it anymore. So
Yeah.
it is surprising and is beneficial. In terms of what you said, getting that lull, and that lull sucks.
It does, man. Yeah, and then you eat a candy bar to try to get out of it, and then that does,
Yep.
or you drink a Mountain Dew or a,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
just
it
like
just
you're chasing that sugar high, almost like the
Yeah.
caffeine. All right,
It's,
yeah.
yeah, it's. I mean, it's just that it. You know, I mean, like I hate to say it's an addiction, but I mean, in a way, it is. You know,
Well, it
but
is
so
an
is
addiction.
coffee, and yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because
I
that's
mean,
what they talk about having a satiated diet, right? If you eat a candy bar, right, you're eating a 300 calorie candy bar, but it's not as filling. So you're going to go back and get something else because you're still hungry, right?
Mhm.
right?
So then you're
Yeah,
going to go to what? Because you probably already make bad choices. You're now going to go get a bag of chips.
yeah,
Right? So and then okay, well that didn't really fill me up either. So now you're going to go home and hungry, and so before dinner you're going to have a pre-dinner snack, and you're
yep,
probably
Mhm.
going to eat something
Straight
bad.
smash when you get home. Yeah,
yeah,
Right.
that
So
was me.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
and it, it
but
it affected me more when I worked nights because like I felt like I was trying to stay up, so I need that sugar. Like I'm used to that sugar. Like this is what keeps me up, and then it's like sugar on top of sugar and crap
yeah,
on top
man.
of crap. Yeah, and you just feel
But
like you said, you always feel tired, and you're never up.
yep. I used to would just wake up, eat cereal, go to work, right? And then
Hmm.
I started making eggs and then usually sausage and then like a protein shake. And I'm telling you, man, like I'll last until like at least one. But if it's just cereal, and sometimes, you know, I wake up late, I'm like, I'm just putting something in my body, I'm getting to work even now. By 11 o'clock, dude, my stomach is going nuts, man. Like, feed
Yeah.
me, give me something. But
Mhm.
if I get that protein in, then it's, I mean, you know, you can, to your point, Richard, like it eliminates a snack in between that breakfast and lunch. I mean, some people don't even eat breakfast, but you know, like if I don't, if I just eat cereal, then I'm gonna want a granola bar or something for a
Mhm.
snack, which is just more nothing. It's
Mhm.
more just, you know, carbs and sugar. You know,
depending
we
upon the granola bar, I found some pretty good 100-calorie granola bars that fill me up.
oh really?
Really
So
Hmm.
you like those, huh?
From Costco. Yep.
Oh okay.
nice.
Hmm.
Costco's
Yeah.
not flat, man.
They're not the Quaker Oats ones. They're not the cheap ones. They're like the actual real granola. Uh,
Okay, and
so
those are
yeah,
better.
yeah, you can find some real ones out there that are really
So,
good.
so do you pay attention to your sugar and carbs as well, or is it just strictly calories?
So my main goal is calorie intake, right? Because if you
Mm-hmm.
watch your calorie intake, chances are you're gonna be okay. I mean, like, 'cause I'm not smashing sugar all day, right? So I get up.
Right.
So my basic meal is this, right? I get up every day. I have 3 boiled eggs, 4 pieces of bacon, right? The bacon's
Mm.
80
That's pretty
calories,
healthy.
and then three eggs, right? So it's the
Mm-hmm.
thin cut bacon, pre cooked, whatever. So it's pretty low. So that's
Yeah.
like 300 something calories. That lasts me till lunch. Lunch, I'll eat like a lean protein and vegetables, right? So lean protein's about 150 calories, vegetables another 70 to 80 calories. That's 200 calories right there for lunch.
Wow.
So, right, so I'm only at 500 calories, and that typically can last me till dinner time because I've just had 2 servings of lean meat, right? High
Yeah.
protein meals.
Yeah.
So,
And you've eaten really very little.
right, I've eaten 500 calories in my
Yeah.
so I'm on a 1,700 calorie a day diet. So I effectively have 1,200 calories left throughout the day. So, right, so it's like, so I've discovered it's about eating the protein, right? Eat your
Yeah.
protein for breakfast, right? If you want to eat
Yep.
breakfast, eat protein, whether it's, like I said, if I go to Starbucks, right, they have a egg white turkey bacon sandwich that's like 200 calories. So I'll
Okay.
get that, and then they also have they have low calorie coffee. So I'll get like a sour cream coffee that's like 70 calories. So even eating
Huh.
even eating like fast food, like you just said, like you can find
Yeah.
things to do. So typically, if I go into the office, right, I'll go to Starbucks and then I'll eat Subway for lunch, right? I can get away with a 400 calorie Subway lunch, right?
Really.
Just get a sweet onion chicken teriyaki or cheesesteak, right?
Hmm.
That a 6 inch of that is about 350 calories, right? But
With
it's my
nothing on it.
it's I get I well that's with the cheese. So this is total with the bread,
Mm-hmm.
cheese, and then I usually lettuce, banana pepper, like just like bits.
Yeah, because
Just put your
vegetables
put your
really
ve-
don't count, and you're probably adding mustard that isn't anything either, right?
Right, exactly. So just kind of so there I'm already at. Even if I go to work and I've ate out all day, I'm still at 600
Yeah.
calories, about 700
Yeah.
tops. So
Yeah.
for me, at least, like it's about planning, right? It's about having like
It
that
is.
routine even though
Yeah.
it's eat out, right? You can still have a good diet sense. It's just about finding out where the protein is, whether it's Subway,
Right.
Chipotle. I find is a really good place for protein.
Yeah.
Just get a bowl, just get like a protein bowl. Skip the beans, get the rice. If you want sour cream and queso, you could probably get
Why
away with
skip the
that.
beans? Why
Yeah,
skip the
I would
beans?
think you'd want the beans.
High calorie. You're already getting proteins with the chicken. You don't need to double up on it, right?
So
You can
so
get
the
the
beans
beans.
are just higher calorie.
I found that the beans are just a higher calorie count. You're just
Okay,
upping
okay.
your calorie count by doing it. You can get the beans and that's fine, but for me it was like I was getting enough protein in my chicken,
Right.
Right.
and then your rice, and then you can add on your cheese, and you probably walked away with 450 calories for a lunch.
Yeah. It is
I
going to be in.
honestly go ahead, Blake.
Well, I was going to probably go ahead, Kevin, because I was probably going to
I
take it a
honestly
different
think
path.
that you're eating more and better than me because, like, if you look at it, like, I'm just saying, my average day probably consists of like either because it fluctuates for me if I eat breakfast or lunch, right? So I just pick. I end up it balances out. I end up picking one, right?
Mhm.
And then I'll have a snack, and then I'll have dinner. But I'm not eating as good as you, so like it's probably like something fast food for breakfast or lunch, and then I'm having a regular dinner. You get
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm eating less and obtaining more calories while you're eating
Yeah.
more and having less calories. Because I kind of like your balance. Like you're basically saying by lunchtime you're probably clocked in at like I'm just averaging out 700 calories, and then
After
you
lunch,
got 1,000 calories to play with at dinner, like,
Yeah.
and
right?
you're still under 2,000 calories. So as long as you have a deficit every day,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
bringing that weight loss in.
yeah.
Yeah.
What you
That's
need to do is
But
you need to
you are eating more than me. That's what I feel like, you know?
yeah, you need to figure out what your maintenance is, right? So your
Yeah.
typical maintenance is 2,500 calories. 2,500
Mhm.
calories is what you would typically need to eat every day to gain nothing, to call it a
Yeah.
wash, right? So if you eat less than that, right? So say you eat 2,000 calories a day, right? A pound is 3,500 calories. So if you eat 2,000 calories a day, eating 500 calories under your maintenance, you can effectively lose about a pound a week
Right.
Hmm.
if you do it right, right? So, and the thing to understand too is like you can watch your sugar and all that, but naturally, if you watch your calories, right, unless you're just being stupid and eating nothing but candy
right.
all day, if you're doing
Or
you
if
can
you
do it,
if you do like your average person and you're drinking your calories all day.
right, that's
So I
there.
think
I
that I
Yes.
don't
think
drink
that's what
calories.
gets yeah, I
Yep,
think that's what gets me and gets everybody else is it's that pop, dude.
diet soda, man.
You got to get
Yeah.
rid of that.
Yeah.
I drink.
That's
I
the
Oh,
thing that
just
gets everybody.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a myth about drinking diet soda will stop you from losing weight. I've lost 35 pounds. I've drinking a can or two of diet soda almost every day,
really.
Hmm.
no problem. And I just did my blood work. All my blood work is better. Everything
Oh,
is
that's
better than
awesome.
what it was. So
Isn't that crazy?
it is amazing. So just I mean, within reason. Once again, don't drink
Hmm.
6 diet sodas a day.
Yeah.
Drink one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
typically what I
And
do.
what
I'll drink one.
and, and once you start like really watching what you eat, or just because first of all, it can't be just watching what you eat. It literally has to be a life change. Like it.
Yeah.
It's funny how there's a million diets out there, and it's just like it really is simple. It's what you
Mhm.
put in and what you put out. If you
Yeah.
exercise, if you just sit there and feed your face and then go sit on the couch, you know what's going to happen. We all do. And
Right.
that's why I'm always kind of cautious of what I eat, because I know how hard it's hard to go work out, man. Like it's no
Mhm.
fun,
Right.
Hey, dude, I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, so I definitely try to watch it. But no, what I was gonna say a second ago is, it actually makes me wonder like how much healthier we may become as a country or whatever, because it is in our faces now. It does tell us how many calories. Like my girls were wanting Starbucks the other day, and I was like, man, I wonder how many calories are in that, or how much sugar's in that
It's
frappuccino.
crazy, dude.
And it was the example I said earlier is 50 grams, and I was like, oh my god. And then like I went to Dairy Queen to see how much is in a Blizzard, because your boy loves his ice cream,
Mhm.
and like now this was a large, but it was like the animal cracker
Oh,
one
yeah.
that they have out. It was like 125 grams of
That's like more than
sugar.
what your daily serving should be. Like,
Dude, now, I mean, I don't know who's going to Dairy Queen and buying a large and sitting there smashing it. I honestly, Rich is like, don't put it past me.
America.
I'll put you in diabetic shock right there.
Dude, I honestly just get the minis, and it's like the perfect amount, and then so yeah, but even those are 30, 40 grams of sugar or whatever, depending on which one you get. But
Yeah.
And then,
But I mean,
and
I feel
not
like if you're watching your sugar the rest of the day, like you should be
right,
be
exactly.
okay. I mean, if you're eating nothing but greens and lean meat the rest of the day, then
Yeah,
what is it?
yeah, exactly, yeah,
right.
yeah.
But I think Richard's thing is kind of working for him because you're not hardcore taking everything out. You're still treating yourself.
Oh yeah.
You're
Dude, I
just
have my ice
planning.
cream sandwich every night. Every night I have
Yeah.
an ice cream sandwich.
I
And
love
it's
my ice
100
cream
It's
sandwiches,
150
yeah.
calories. Like I know
Yeah.
it. I know it's 150 calories every
Yeah.
night. So I know to reserve 150 calories so I can go have my ice cream sandwich. But I
That's
also
awesome.
cut myself off after 8 o'clock. I had no food after 8 o'clock at night. Right. And like Kevin said, I don't drink calories. I drink diet soda if I want fizz or water. And that's it.
Mhm. That's it.
And that's the thing about Starbucks too, is like a lot of those drinks are 500-calorie drinks.
I had a buddy of mine like the other day. He asked me if I'd buy him Starbucks, and we're kind of on the same thing. Where we're both trying to lose weight, and I said I'll get you Starbucks, but it has to be 100 calories or less because I'm not gonna be the guy that feeds you into the machine. And
Right.
he said, yeah, there's this drink I get all the time, and it's really super healthy. It's supposedly kind of healthy, and it was the mocha. It was the white mocha frappuccino or something. And so I pulled it up in the app, and I was like, dude, even if you get the small, it's still 310 calories.
Crazy,
Oh
man.
my gosh, nothing with mocha in it is
Yeah.
healthy. I mean,
Now-
like
If you drink that and that's all you drink in the morning,
right.
fine.
Well,
But I
once
also
it-
know that you're smashing stuff throughout the day. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, dude, my
problem.
brother-in-law is like that though, Justin. I mean, that dude will go. I mean, he won't eat breakfast. He'll barely like lunch. He'll eat like a bag of Doritos and probably a Mountain Dew, and then at night he gets home and just eats everything in the house, according to his wife, and then just goes to sleep. that's his life. Shout out to
if you're
Dirty.
eating under your maintenance calories, yeah, you're gonna
Right?
still lose
Yeah,
weight. So yeah, like you just said, right? He doesn't eat anything for breakfast. He probably drinks
Yeah.
Mountain Dew, which is 200 calories, bag of Doritos, 150 calories. So he eats
Yeah.
350 calories all day. He
Yeah,
can still
and then-
eat 2,000 plus calories when he gets home.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
And he does. Yeah. It's just, but like, but see, to me though, is like, okay, that's cool. You're under your calories, but what are you doing for your body? Because you're not helping your body with what you're putting in it.
Right. So there's two right ideologies behind it, right? The
Mhm.
first ideology behind it is what you look like, right? That's your calorie maintenance.
That's
Second
the point.
ideology behind it is what do you feel like, right? That's what you're putting in your body, right? So those are the two reasons, right, why we diet, we change our lifestyle. Are you changing it because of how you look? Or are you changing because of how you feel? And you could do both, and that's
Yeah.
the idea, right?
Yeah.
So so like you said, you can maintain your deficit, but you're still going to feel like crap.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely a balance there, man.
Yeah.
So now, are you bringing your lunch? Are you prepping, or are you just finding healthy choices out and about?
I go to Subway. So when I go to work, I go to Subway.
God, how do you eat Subway, dude?
One day
It's
a
not
week,
bad.
I'll go to Subway, and then the other day I'll go to Chipotle. Subway's fine. I mean, if you get their Philadelphia cheesesteak melt, I mean, or their sweet onion chicken teriyaki, those are the only two things I
Yeah.
can eat at Subway. And then I'll
Yeah,
get like a baked bag of chips. That's like 100 calories. But if I were to go to work 5 days a week, I would prep. But I only
Yeah.
go 2 days a week. And I have,
Right.
so what I do is I go to Costco or Sam's, and I'll buy like the flavored grilled chicken. And I'll throw it in the air fryer for lunch.
Is that pretty good?
It's great. I eat it, and then there's I found some barbecue sauce that's like 10 calories.
Yeah.
That's it.
And just
That's what's
you
up.
just you just throw some broccoli or something with it, or what?
I'll eat an orange, a banana, celery with peanut butter. Some days I'll eat broccoli's kind of rough on my stomach because I
Yeah.
don't have a gallstone, or I don't have a gallbladder, and my liver's
Oh,
kind
wow.
of wonky. So broccoli's kind of rough on my stomach.
Okay.
So I have to be
Nice.
Yeah.
careful with that. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of have a daily routine I do, and it works.
Yeah.
So, but like Kevin said, I still like I'd say yesterday, well, not yesterday, a couple days ago, dude, I had Starbucks, I had a burger, and then I had pizza. Like there was just a
Dang.
day. Like I just had a day. Like I blew my calories
Yeah,
out.
you gotta
So
have, yeah.
so
Cheat day.
so
Yep.
so now the next day, do you try to just stay under?
I
'Cause
definitely stay under. Yeah, usually I do that if I know the next day I have an exercise day, like on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Right? I know Sunday I'm not going to do much, but I know Monday is gonna be a heavy exercise day anyways. Right.
Yeah.
So
See,
right.
because I don't really calorie count. I just will be like, okay, what did I have for breakfast? Oh, I had waffles and whatever, right? So okay, for lunch I should do a salad, and then because for dinner it's gonna be whatever the wife fixes. It's like I feel like I can control my breakfast and my
Some
lunch.
people can do that. Like some people
Yeah.
can do that. Like I cannot. Like I can't. I don't have any functional way cognitively to be like, this is what I did, so I should do this. I have to have it like on the thing saying, okay, here are my numbers, so I need to like kind of like fantasy basketball, but for health, right?
Yeah.
So I have
It's
to do
helping
that
keep you accountable. Yeah,
It really
by
does.
tracking it. Like
Am I
you're
tracking
seeing
it?
the numbers. It's helping. Yeah, keeping
And I
you
kind of feel
accountable.
like you probably grew up that way, Blake, with your parents, maybe.
No, I mean we're fortunate. We're not big bone, so to speak. Because I do think I think
Right,
some
yeah.
some of it of
Uh-oh.
oh, you guys got
You're
me.
frozen.
Yeah,
Rich
you're
is
frozen.
Ah, you're
Kevin.
frozen.
No, you're
Oh, you're
frozen.
good now.
I look
Caught
great.
up
You all
now.
look frozen. I don't know what y'all talking about. I look good. I can see
Loading,
crystal
loading,
clear.
loading.
Yeah. Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good, I
Yeah,
think.
we're good.
Okay. No, I mean, we didn't drink a lot of pop. I don't really remember, having a lot of chips and stuff. But I mean, dude, we kept Little Debbie's in business. You know what I'm saying? Like we just like anybody else, But I also don't think we have the knowledge today. Back then it was everything fat free, right? But now it's twisted to where it's like, no, your body needs the fat. It's the sugars that
Body
that
needs
are
all
bad
of
for you.
it.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
the sugar thing is a myth. Your body needs all of it, right?
yeah. A
Just
well
the right
balanced,
amount, right?
a well balanced. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that helped me was like there's a YouTube series called Built with Science, where it's a
Mhm.
guy and he basically talks about the science of losing weight and being healthy, right?
Hmm.
And one of the things he talks about is the popularity of different diets, right? So he talks about how paleo, he talks about keto, he talks about
Right.
all these other diets that eliminate a specific thing, right? These are all bad for you because your body's not getting because like you need carbs for energy,
Exactly.
and you need fat for your body to sustain itself. Like you need those things.
Right.
That's not this, so basically, but what all those diets do, the one thing they all have in common is they drop your calorie count. That's all they do.
Right. Yeah. 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 It really is simple, right?
Yeah.
Just don't put junk in. Like I said, when you grab those chips, like what you're doing. It's like a cigarette, right? It's just you're about to satisfy your mouth because of all that
Yeah.
that delicious salt and grease and right, and you crunch down on it and you have that whole experience. I mean that's what you're addicted to because you don't want like it. It's not going to do anything for you. Right? Like it's not like you're bettering yourself or even filling yourself up. It's just literally something to get you by because you're bored.
I tell you what, though,
More-
those pizza Pringles are fire.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
There's
they
some,
are.
There's,
Yeah, they are.
there's some good stuff out there. So, dang, dude, who thought we'd talk 45 minutes about this?
I know. I feel like we probably
Hey.
bored everybody.
It's interesting.
No,
man.
I mean, hey, but
I mean,
listen. Well, this is the number one topic. Rich, you said
Like you're not talking about anything.
You're
You're
fizzing
just
out
frozen,
again. We'll
buddy.
give you a second to catch up here. But yeah,
That's funny.
I think mainly it's on my mind because I had my doctor visit yesterday, and we kind of just went over
Nice.
everything and
Is that just like yearly or
no, we're
quarterly or what?
kind of tracking like
There we go.
how my numbers are looking with everything, just to
Nice.
make sure that what I'm doing is working. So it also
Nice.
helped me
Just a
go
checkup.
off medication.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm trying to see, Blake, your internet is like at a 1 bar on Restream. So just a heads
Really?
up. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
at 3 bars now. So I think your internet might have just had a wonky moment.
Yeah. The kids maybe the kids got.
They're on Netflix.
They're on
So-
YouTube.
They're watching
They're
Harry
watching.
Potter on Peacock.
Yeah, they're watching Harry Potter.
That's probably it. Hey, I got to tell you what I saw today before I forget. So I was driving home, and I GPS on my way home every day because of traffic, because I never know which way's gonna be fastest. But anyways, it had me get off on Martin Luther King Road, and then I eventually got back onto 70.
Mhm.
So I was getting onto 70, and I see a homeless guy. He's sitting there like on a bucket or whatever the heck he was sitting on, and he had 2 dogs with him. And I was just like, I was like, okay. I was like, why do I feel sorry? Why do I feel more sorry, for the dogs than I do, the man, right? So I start to get onto 70, and I see a guy walking down the street. And to be honest with you, he kind of looked ruggedy from afar. So I just thought he was just another homeless guy, and whatever, they're trying to get money on the corner. Well, he's got like a can, or like a almost like, it looks like what you'd put cereal in, like to keep it fresh, like one of those like big canisters or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyways, he's got something in it, and he tries to give it to the homeless guy to feed the dogs.
Mhm.
It was dog food. It was dog food in a canister. So I drive up, and this guy's like in this really nice green Mustang. But I was just sitting there thinking, like, this dude literally just kind of risked his life to get out and feed 2 dogs, but not offer anything to the human being. And I was just like, that's messed up, but, and I know where this conversation goes. Yeah, but if you give him money, he's probably going to use it for drugs or alcohol, yada, yada, but it was just more of the, like, that guy never would have stopped in that Mustang if he didn't see those 2 dogs.
And don't you think that homeless guy knows that?
For sure. And the homeless guy like shook him off. He's like, no. And I heard the guy, because I had my windows down. I heard the guy that was offering the food. He goes, okay, well, have a good day. And then he starts walking back. Like, I mean, he's like in traffic too. Like it really was pretty dangerous because it was on the on ramp.
Yeah, I know what part of that you're talking about. But I've seen that a lot more. Well, the homeless guy will have a dog out, or you'll see like it's almost a team, like a guy and a girl, and the girl sits on the median or on the corner, and the guy like is laying in the cut, and it's like I personally just don't know what's real, and I don't like to open my wallet to anybody so they can knock me upside the head.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do see that, like, and you'll see it a lot on Michigan Road too.
Well, and I had a situation the other day. I was pulling out of McAllister, and I had my windows up, and there was a black lady and her son, and like I thought she kind of waved at me, like try to get my attention, and but I couldn't tell. And then I looked back, and she kind of said something to me, so I rolled down my window, and she goes, "Do you have any money so I can get home?" And I just say what I always say, no, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't carry cash or whatever. And then I drove off, and but I immediately had like remorse of like, God dang it, Blake, like call her an Uber, do something. You had I had $10 in my pocket. Yeah.
Sucker.
But hold on, but like, I mean, this was a lady, and it was her son. Right. And like an older son, like maybe 13 or 14 years old. So I honestly felt like it was an opportunity to show some love and at least try to get them some help. Because who knows? I mean, she could have been trying to, get $10 out of me. I don't know, but I didn't, after I pulled away, it was one of those moments where I was like, dang, I think that was a real moment for me to have helped somebody, and it wasn't just a bum, You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah,
But
so
but it's like it's hard because you don't know what
I
you're
know.
like Amy's always like, hey, you're really good at that, like just shoot them up, and I'm just like, I mean, I've just seen it more often than you, so like
Yeah.
it's crazy,
I mean,
There are a
I
lot of
mean,
people out there that'll take advantage of kids to try to get, you know,
right?
things. So I just, you just don't know. And you're like me, Blake. I mean, you got a family to get home to. You just don't know.
I know.
Like it's just, and it's
But I
unfortunate.
hate that. But I
And
hate that,
I
right? Because
know.
I don't.
yeah,
Because I really don't think we live in that scary of a world. I do. You know, I say it all
you
the time.
don't.
It's
The
just
problem,
everything is magnified.
well, and I think you're right. I think you're right. I do think there are more good things like that in the world. But at the same time, I have to have 100% confidence that I'm getting home to my kids. Like, I'm sorry
I
if there's even
understand
that
that.
little slight hesitation that I won't be around for my kids because I try to help somebody that I don't know, or because you do hear a lot of stories. You do hear stories,
Right.
about a good Samaritan act gone bad. Um,
Hmm.
I
and
know.
there's a lot of those people too who do that kind of thing just to make money.
Right,
I mean,
right.
you hear that all the
Yeah.
time. Those people
And
rake it in
And that's the thing, like for the amount of people that actually need it, there's more people doing wrong with it. So it's just like you just don't know what's real. So it's just like
yeah.
it sucks, and especially coming from a Christian background where you're supposed to
Mhm.
love thy neighbor and you're supposed to
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to be there to help. That I think that's what makes it that's what probably is eating at you more about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's just, honestly, I just I hate to see anybody struggling. I want to. I mean, even if it's the homeless person that's going to spend it on drugs, it's like I still feel for the guy because I'm like,
Oh
dang,
yeah,
dude.
I agree
Like,
with
look at,
you.
Hmm.
yeah, like where has that guy's life been? You know, so the human aspect of things just just
Yeah,
naturally are for all of us. But I also agree with you, Richard. I got to get home. But I don't know. I try to find that fine balance of like letting like you can't let fear keep you from blessing people, if you feel like
Hmm.
that opportunity is there,
yeah,
and you're right. Look, there's bums all around that little corner. So she very well could have been like, well, hey, listen here, son, this is what we're going to do. We're going to act like, you know, we can't get home and hopefully somebody gives us $10 for today because I don't have any money for groceries. That very well. And if that's the case, dude, here's everything I have. Like seriously, here's everything I have. Like I don't have much and I've got a lot to take care of at home, but like I would give you that money. So honestly, I think I'd rather have someone just tell me that. Like I'm standing outside this grocery store because I literally don't know what else to do. Like I'm trying to raise a family and I have no money. So
yeah.
then, on
Right.
a corner or whatever. But oh crap.
And it's one of those things like, hey, you don't know what they're gonna do with it, but as long as you're giving it in good intention, what does it matter? You know.
Boom. Boom.
So
Yeah.
I've heard my mom say that before. So like
Yeah.
I kind of feel that way, but like I just hate opening my wallet for the
Dude, I
people.
hear
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like you
life's
just feel just
expensive.
super vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like
All right, hold on. I just thought I'm totally ending this subject to talk about the fact that Richard got a new car.
Oh
oh
yeah,
yeah,
I got a new
vroom,
car. My wife
Yeah.
has been far more than I have.
Oh,
So,
see,
nice.
so Richard's wife got a new car.
That's
right,
how that works.
that's right.
So hold on. I know we're almost at an hour already, but you mentioned that you were able to sell a car
Hmm.
that I won't put out the numbers just because I'll let you do that. But you basically was able to sell a car for pretty high value, and you only lost like 3 grand on it from what you paid for it.
Yeah, so I bought a car like 2.5, well, about 3 years ago at this point in time, and I turned around and sold it for like $2,500 less than what I paid for it initially, and
Wow,
I paid
Nice.
that car in cash too.
that's the way to
So
do it.
it was like, and this car is like 4 years newer.
Wow.
So it just
Nice.
almost seemed like a no brainer, right? When you're like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get this car, right, which is a Dodge Charger,
Mm-hmm.
which is a nice car, right, and
Mm-hmm.
it has all the bells. I mean, I tell you, like it has air conditioning coming out of the seat. right? You're
Nice.
sitting in the seat, and there's air
No,
conditioning.
no swamp
blowing up
ass
your
for you.
back. Right? It's like it's
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah, so it's just like it was like too good of a deal to pass up because the trade in paid off over half of the car.
Yeah. And
So
I wonder how much of it is because of the type of car it was, because it was a Jeep.
it wasn't a Jeep. Well, it was a Jeep Renegade, so it wasn't like
Yeah.
a Jeep Wrangler, right? So
Right,
that's
let's put that out there. But I will say I do know the used car market right now is insane. If you are looking at selling your car or trading in a car within the next year, I would do it as soon as possible because the value for cars right now for used cars because it's the whole microchip thing because they can't make enough cars because they can't get the chips. So
That's
all these
what I was
companies are
wondering.
freaking out because they don't have cars to sell.
So,
So they want your used car.
But
But
that
the
just
question-
does that make the value of newer cars go up though too?
that's what I was gonna say. It has
No.
to.
It can, but at the same time, it's like if you're gonna go in, it also depends upon like what kind of car you're looking for and what you're looking at, because it's all about the turnover on equity, right? If I were to have traded my car in a year ago, I would have gotten
Mhm.
$4,000 less than what I got now, which
That's
is amazing.
crazy.
My car actually appreciated instead
Yeah.
of depreciated.
And that's
Appreciate
never
it.
ever happened in the history of cars.
right.
Yeah.
Right, and they're saying within the next 8 to 12 months, you're going to lose on average between $5,000 to $6,000 value on your car if you don't trade it in soon,
Really.
right? So
But then are you spending more, just like the house market? Are you spending
Yeah,
more
that's what
money
I'm asking. Yeah.
for
I don't think so because when I looked at the cars, like there are certain cars out like from what I understand, the used car market is just going to go up in terms of you buying the used car. From what I understand.
they're just trying to flip them.
Right.
They'll flip them for $1,000.
Do you remember when you used to buy a used car and you'd be happy that if you could find a used car under 100,000 miles?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if
Good
you guys
luck.
remember those days. I remember those days, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. They're saying now you will be lucky to find a used car over 50,000 miles.
Over
Really?
50,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
man,
the
that's-
next 6 to 12 months, because of the way that the car market is, right? A lot more people are leasing. A lot more people are flipping their cars too, right? Just like what I just did. And because of that, you're getting a lot more used cars with lower mileage on it.
Right.
So it sounds like dealerships have done a better job of convincing people it's better to buy new than used, because
Yeah.
it used to be.
Yeah. Because it used to be the other way around. Because
Yeah.
everybody assumed that
Right.
buying a used one was way cheaper than buying a new one.
Yep.
Yeah, and it still is, right? Because if you buy, so say you buy a new Dodge Charger, right? If you buy a 2021 new Dodge Charger, you're looking at $50,000 to $60,000, right? That's for just a pretty decent, well-equipped Dodge Charger,
Right.
right? If you buy a used Dodge Charger, you're looking at about $20,000 to $25,000,
With how many miles?
about 50, 53, 55.
See, and when we were younger, 100,000 miles was a lot of miles on a car.
Yeah. Now it's 200
so-
is the new 100.
You also
so-
got to think of work from home.
Yeah.
So many people
Yeah.
are working from home now.
Oh man, that's a good point.
And
dude.
that's the other thing about my car, right? I had my car for 3 years. I had only put 20,000 miles on it in 3 years.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
smaller.
I got like 160 on mine. I think I bought it with 30, and I've had it for maybe 6 years. I don't know. Yeah, I'm running that thing to death right now.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, like my wheels,
Man,
my
you got more-
And
brakes
that's
are
what you're
got-
supposed to do, though, right? That's like what you
Yeah.
grew up with. I mean, but the
Yeah.
other thing, too, is like the cost to fix a car, too, has really increased. Like, you're
That's
not
why-
walking out of a dealership or out of a repair shop under $500 if you need to fix the car.
Easy.
Listen,
Yeah.
I know my squeaky sounds that I have coming from my car is probably an easy fix. I won't do it because I know it's going to be $500, and I just can't seem to find the time to do it myself. But yeah, man, I told my wife today I have to get this fixed. It's getting so embarrassing. But anyways, so talking about mileage, so I'm obsessed with the Toyota 4Runners. So, and I just from time to time will just look to see, which ones are available or whatever. And like I'll put in a search for like just say $25,000 and under. I'm telling you, maybe 5 or 6 years old, and they all are 170, 180,000
Yeah.
miles for $25,000. It's
Mhm.
insane, dude. I mean, we talk about this all the time, but I don't know how we're going to keep up as a society because I mean, I was just talking to my sister-in-law earlier today, just talking about a couple weekends ago. I took my wife out to eat, and then we went over to my parents, and we ended up ordering Texas Roadhouse, and then the next day we went out with some friends. Now I get it, that's on us. We went out to eat 3 times, and then I remember getting gas on one day. It ended up being like $360 because I took Nika out somewhere nice. It was $100. I took my family out. That was $100. The gas was $60, and then the meal with my parents was $60. And I'm just looking at my wife. I'm like, and you don't even. You just oh yeah. Let's get food. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll chip in.
It's
And
food.
then
Yeah.
yeah, it's just exactly. It's just food. I mean, I don't know, man. And I know if I'm doing it, every other family's doing it.
Yeah.
It just $200, $300, $400 every weekend, man. It's crazy, especially if you're doing travel sports and all that.
Yeah. I see that happening. Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
also why we talked about like I text you guys at least every other day. Time to grill.
Oh yeah,
Like,
dude.
I don't.
We've been
I
grilling.
love that. Yeah.
I have like a day where like maybe we'll go out to eat like probably more than what we should, but I don't eat out nearly as much as what I used to. Like, dude, I used to go out to eat for dinner probably 5 nights a week, plus lunch,
Wow.
plus probably breakfast.
Yeah, so you were getting and think about all the preservatives you were
Yeah.
dumping in your
Yeah.
body too.
Yeah.
'Cause, good for you,
Oh,
man. I'm happy
But
that
even
you've lost that
financially,
weight.
right? I mean, financially,
Yeah.
like, you spend $10 on breakfast, then you go out to eat lunch. That's another $10-15, and then you feed the family dinner, right? And that's, if it's just my family, we can get away with $25 for dinner.
Yeah.
So this is,
So you're
but
spending
still,
$50 every day.
yep.
Yeah.
But
If
is
not
that
more.
cheaper than getting groceries though? Like a lot of times I feel like that's cheaper than getting groceries.
I can get away with groceries for about 120 a week.
That's really good. That's
Dude,
really good.
That's just my toilet paper.
Oh no, I've got
Yeah,
it down pretty well.
Wow, that's
I think-
impressive.
I can agree with Richard. I would think about I would say 150
Oh,
ish.
Yeah,
So
and that's
like
counting all the that's counting
Un-
any paper plates, any toilet paper, or
Yeah.
anything like that. I can get away.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I spent
I don't
60.
think that's counting that for me. I'd say 150 a week would
Dude,
be just a,
I spent $60 on my way home just to pick up food from Kroger
Yeah.
We seen.
that I grilled and nobody
That's
ate.
why I sent that comment. I was like,
yeah, and
You're
isn't that frustrating, Blake? Like you make this whole meal, you work hard of it, and then nobody eats it.
No, yeah, Evie wanted a hot dog. I was like, girl, I
Nope.
just slaved on a Traeger grill for this. I let him sit for an hour smoking. Got him tasting
said-
so fine.
She said
She wants
that you
a
should have spent $1.69 on some Eckert's hot dogs. Would have made
it's
her happy.
crazy.
dude,
It's
one
crazy.
meal for us is like a pack of brats, right? And then the buns, potatoes, and some croissants. That's like $10 for the whole family right there.
Dude,
Yeah, that's not
see,
bad.
we do big meals, man. I mean, we do legit. I mean, I don't know. Meatloafs, salmon sometimes, a lot of chicken.
Oh my god, I haven't had a meatloaf in a long time. Nika throws
Yeah,
down on some meatloaf.
My wife can make some meatloaf,
Oh
bro.
my God,
She makes some
that sounds
lasagna too.
See-
my
See,
wife cooks.
my wife and daughter don't like meatloaf. I'm the only one who likes
I'm the
meatloaf.
same
Really?
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
My family doesn't
it's-
like
it's
lasagna
okay.
either. So
Really?
Oh, lasagna?
Richard's
Yeah,
like, I ain't
love
coming
lasagna.
over.
Right. I love some lasagna.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, we spend stupid amount of money.
You also got what? You got 3 kids, right?
Yeah, we got 3
you're
kids,
cooking
so
for
it's
5, but Richard's cooking for 4.
Hold on, man. My wife, I love you, honey, if you ever listen to this. When she makes spaghetti, which was last night, when I tell you she makes enough for the whole neighborhood, she does. And her excuse is, well, the kids eat it the next day. Dude, we have a massive tub of spaghetti in our fridge
Really?
right now. And I threw away another massive 2 or 3 handfuls of spaghetti noodles that she didn't use. She literally doesn't know how to split a box in half. It's like my biggest thing.
You
I'm
mix
like,
the whole
honey,
thing.
why do you
Why
like,
did,
you could get 3 meals out of this one box, but instead you
can.
just dump
Yep.
it all in there.
That's what we
And
do.
then,
That's what we do in my house.
yes. See, I mean,
why don't you eat it the next day?
because it's gross. I don't
It
like
is.
it the
Slimy
first
jitters,
day. I don't.
man.
You don't like leftovers, Blake?
Not really. Not
Okay.
really. I'm not even a big spaghetti fan. You know, it's just.
I'm not a spaghetti fan at all.
Yeah.
But I will eat. I'll eat and take leftovers if I remember to work.
I'm spoiled. It's not that I'm spoiled. I should take leftovers. I would save so much money. I just
You would.
sometimes it's not there, you know. And then if it is, it's spaghetti and yeah.
Well, then you take it,
Yeah.
and lunchtime comes, and you just aren't feeling it, and then you just
Oh,
waste
no.
food anyways.
Yeah.
Or you do
exactly.
the thing that I do is like you get it and you know there's food there and you want to eat it before lunch.
Yeah.
Like a snack.
My big issue was
Yeah.
I would never eat it, so I just quit doing it.
Yeah.
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 So, or sometimes I'll let it sit in there for 2 days. Then I'll be like, well, maybe tomorrow, you know, since I had it last night.
And
you
then
know,
you're
if it's
that
like-
guy because it's there for 3 days now.
You know,
Yeah.
it's got mold.
Then
It's
you-
like
Yeah.
And then you just forget about it, and then it sits in
Yep.
there for 2 years, and eventually someone says something, and
Yep.
taking
you
all
don't
this
fess
valuable
up.
space.
Yep.
At our work, they use one of the crispers as just condiments. So it's just like random, just packs of condiments from like everywhere. And like today, I was checking it out because yeah, it was today. I need a mustard because I just took some like leftover bread or something like that. And like I'm like, there's some picante sauce, and I just start checking the expiration dates because I'm the guy that checks expiration dates. Like I cannot eat anything that's past the date. It bothers
It's
me.
just a recommendation. It's not real.
I know.
Yeah, especially for
It's a great
food.
story. Smell the milk, and you're like,
Yeah, just smell the milk. You'll be fine. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah,
You'll know if
yeah.
it's bad.
yeah, you'll know if it's bad. It'll smell
Yeah,
like.
but yeah, or by the first lump of
Yeah.
you know spoiled milk that comes
The first
out.
time you have to chew it, you know it's time to throw it away.
But
God,
but
don't
but everybody's
throw up.
done that. You and especially condiments. Like I've done something like, man, this expired last year. After eating it, and you're like, all right, I'll be good.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, find out if I
Oh,
live.
man.
So
You ready to bounce?
I had nothing to talk about tonight.
it's awesome. I found Richard's diet stuff pretty interesting because it's like
Yeah,
I feel
Everyone-
like that I'm cheating myself and can alter. Just like this dude's eating better than me right now, man.
Just
Hey,
look up health, look up food. I think it's called satiation or something. There's like a whole index, dude. There's an index out there that
So
tells
do you have? So do you? I think this is what will help. Like, do you have an app to where you're just plugging numbers in?
Yeah, there's an app called Lose It.
Okay.
there's a
And,
bunch.
I connect Lose It because it also connects with my Fitbit. And
Nice.
so then it also tells me like because the other key is that you don't want to eat too low. So if I
Mhm.
exercise and I burn say 700 calories from exercise, I don't want to eat all of that, but I want to eat a portion of it because I don't want to
To
drop.
build back energy, yeah. So
Yeah.
so is this sending you alerts throughout the day?
No, I
You
just
just check
kind of
it.
look at it. I just know to look at it, and like some days
Right.
too, like for tomorrow, I already have my meals plugged in tomorrow, with the exception
Nice.
of any kind of snacks I want to eat. So I already know, and I already know like how many extra calories I have if I do want a snack. Like if I want a handful of M&Ms, I know whether or not I have enough to spare. So
Right.
It just takes discipline, man. I mean,
Yeah, it
it's,
does. And it's
right,
like
'cause-
anything, like it takes 21 days to build a habit. If you
Yep.
get into that habit, you're good.
Yep.
Like Richard has his bad days where he can splurge and
it's fine.
stuff like that. But as long as you're sticking to the routine, look, 22 days out of the month, you're good, right?
Do it. Yep. And
Yeah.
if you want a handful of M&Ms, if you got the calories, eat the freaking handful of M&Ms, dude. I mean, eat a handful. All right? A handful.
Yeah.
Like 10
Yeah.
M&Ms is what I eat.
yeah, yeah, it's
So-
hard.
Yeah, just
But
If-
with that
if
said,
Jacob
though,
was-
but with that said, Richard, that satisfies it.
it does.
Like I always said, like all I need is one Hershey Kiss. Just give me one Hershey Kiss. I don't know
I
how
do
bad
that
it is.
too.
Yeah, it satisfies the sweet tooth, and I'm done. You know, I can
My
drink a cup of
daughter
coffee
will
with it
want
too.
Hershey Kisses, and so I'll go in there and I'm like, man, and I'll just grab one, and it's like
Yeah,
a Hershey Kiss is like 20 calories.
Oh, really? Shoot, I'm eating about 10 of those when I get off of
That's
here.
right.
Man, you ain't eating 10 of those. You know how much work that is to get them out of there, dude? It's like the wackest snack ever, dude. You're like,
That's so true,
I'm
dude.
good.
I
Give
feel like
me like a
M&M's,
candy
man. I
bar.
just reach my hand in and
Yeah. That's how
Kevin's
it
all
works,
right.
man.
Kevin's like, I'm not trying to burn a calorie while I eat this
Yeah,
calorie.
absolutely. Yeah, you're going to burn 60 calories trying to eat 10 of them.
That's so funny, dude. That's so true, though.
You're going to have a Popeye thumb after that.
That's funny, man. That's a good way to end it right there.
all right, I'm gonna get out of here so I can go watch Loki.
Uh-oh.
Nice. Yeah. Blake, you need to watch that, man. It's only 6 episodes.
Dude,
I know. I always
I've been,
fall
I've
asleep.
been reading theories that the next few episodes are basically going to change things that happened in the first phase. Like, I guess they
Really?
went back and changed the ending of WandaVision.
Yeah, I did see stuff on that. See, that's why I'm like up on that show because everything I follow like kind of surrounds that. So like if I look at YouTube or Instagram, it just ruin it for me. So
Right.
when stuff comes out, I just want it. And Blake, if you just watch that show, I feel like you don't even need to know
You don't.
anything about what happened prior.
My wife enjoys it, and she's seen stuff, but she doesn't care. Like, but she still enjoys it. It's basically a buddy cop show. Like,
Yeah,
Everybody-
I've tried. I mean, I'll sit on the couch and they started at 9:30, and next thing I know, I'm snoring. So I'm turning into my mom when it comes to that. Like my mom used to always fall asleep at watching
Hey,
shows
so-
or whatever. Yeah, I just can't stay
I do
up.
that.
So. But yeah, Are we
Owen
off?
Wilson is actually really good in that.
he is. Did you know that he almost
I
committed
can't hear
suicide?
you.
He almost committed suicide a few years ago.
No, why?
I guess he went through some sort of weird
Can you
depression.
hear me?
Sort.
This happened last time.
It did. I wonder if your pod player or something happens. I don't know. But yeah, so apparently he went through some sort of weird depression a few years back, and that's why you didn't see him on anything.
Crazy.
He kind of just—I don't know if you noticed it, but he kind of just disappeared. And
Yeah,
I
he
guess
did.
he-
Like, because he did a whole bunch of like shitty movies and then like basically cut out basically.
Yeah.
And left the scene. One of my favorite parts because you watched episode 4, right?
yeah, yep.
It's
I've watched
when he-
everything this week.
He's making fun of Loki and he's like, dude, like you did the most narcissistic thing ever and fell in love with yourself. Like it's just like perfect. The banter in between both was just perfect. And like
Wasn't it kind of creepy though? Like,
Yeah,
how he
yeah.
kinda- I was just kind of grossed. It's almost like brother sister. Like, ugh.
yeah. Yeah, it's really weird, but it makes it funny.
Did you see
You
that?
guys
Did you see Hugh Jackman tweeted out a picture of him and Kevin Feige together, and then tweeted out
Yeah.
a picture of Wolverine's claws?
Yeah. So I wonder if they're gonna just put him. But you would think that they would be coming out with new X-Men, right? For
They
this
have to.
phase. Like because
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you now.
We hear the echo too.
I gotta.
Because I feel like X-Men and the Fantastic Four are so much farther in the future that they
Yeah.
have to be like recasting all these people to be Disney characters. But
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to who they're gonna, if they are gonna recast and how all that's gonna work. If they're gonna go off the Days of the Future past cast, like they could, right? They could use those. I mean, I would have a hard time. I don't think they would use like the original X-Men people, right? I don't think they're
Right.
going to use Halle Berry and all of them. Like, I don't think they're going to use that cast.
'cause I really don't even think they want to be associated with the Fox stuff for the X-Men.
Even though they used what's his name in WandaVision.
Yeah.
Check.
Yep.
Okay, do I still sound bad? I'm not going through my mic, am I?
You sound. I think you are.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
you
I
are.
should be. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Kevin,
What's that?
your boy Greg.
Uh-huh.
I like him, but
Uh-huh.
oh my god, dude, he wears me out.
We're
Yeah,
still
he is.
live, so you know.
Do what?
We're live.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are.
Yes,
Oh,
we are. It says it on there.
Oh well. I like the guy. I'm not even talking bad about him, but he's never listened to a podcast in his life. Dude, he's so amped up like all the time.
It's exhausting, but to have that much energy all the time, isn't it?
Dude, I don't know how he does it. Like I left
And
today.
he's
like,
older than us.
I know. I was
Way
like,
older than us.
yeah. I mean, he walks in. Good morning. I mean,